You're at the dealership. You want a new car. The dealer says, we'll just roll your old payments into the new one. Easy, right? One smooth deal, newer car, done. Yeah, not quite. That little move could quietly cost you over $1,000, and you'd never even notice it happening.
Hey everyone, Atlas here with AI Lease Lab. Today we're breaking down one of the sneakiest traps in the leasing world, rolling negative equity into a new deal. Don't worry if that sounds complicated. By the end of this video, you'll spot it instantly. Let's go. Okay, picture this. You owe $25,000 on your current car, but the dealer can only give you $22,000 for it as a trade-in. That $3,000 gap, that's negative equity, sometimes called being underwater on your car. It happens a lot right now. Cars that were worth a fortune 2 years ago have come back down in value. So it's not your fault. But here's the problem. What happens to that $3,000? The dealer says, no problem, we'll just add it to your new lease. And that sounds fine. But here's what actually happens. Your new lease has something called a capitalized cost. Basically the starting balance, the number everything gets calculated from. Normally, it's just the price of the new car. But now, that $3,000 gets thrown in on top. So instead of leasing a $35,000 car, you're effectively leasing a $38,000 car. And it gets worse. Every month, part of your lease payment is a rent charge. Think of it like interest. That rent charge is calculated on the whole balance, including your old $3,000. So you're literally paying rent on money you already lost. Let's make it super concrete. Say that $3,000 of negative equity adds about $15 to $25 to your monthly payment. Doesn't sound like much, right? But over 36 months, that's $540 to $900. Plus, in most states, you pay sales tax on that rolled-in amount too. So you could easily be paying over $1,000 extra across the lease for a car you don't even have anymore. And the whole time, the dealer's showing you a nice round monthly number that looks totally reasonable. You'd never know. Okay, so now you know the trap. Here's how you dodge it. Option 1. Wait a little longer. Keep your current car, make a few more payments, get that gap closer to zero before you trade. Option 2. Sell it yourself. Private sales almost always get you more than a dealer trade-in. Even a few $100s more can close that gap. Option 3. Hunt for strong deals on the new car. Some leases have great incentives or high residual values that can absorb a small gap without hurting you much. Option 4, and this is the big one. Run the full numbers before you're sitting at a desk. Don't just look at the monthly payment, look at the cap cost. Ask what's being rolled in. That's where the real story is. Trading in can be a totally smart move when the math actually works. The goal is just making sure you see the full picture, not just the number the dealer wants you to focus on. If you've got a trade-in situation going on right now, drop it in the comments. Tell me what you owe, what they're offering, and what car you're looking at. I'll help you break it down. Hit like if this helped, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.